Gordo here, bringing some more Digimon TCG content. So tonight, this is a late one. I'm bringing you a deck profile from the locals I played tonight. You will see this tomorrow. All in all, I'm pleasantly surprised at how it played because it's black. It's Blackwargreymon. It's the promo one. You know, I am trying to get the colour to work as best I can within its own means. Blastmon sadly has a rough matchup against purple, which just makes it too inconsistent. But apart from that, it's damn good. Blastmon is. That's a given to it. I will say that much. But this, it went 2-1. In the end, the only thing I lost to was the meta. Yellow Wargreymon, Yellow War / Shine. So in all fairness, I will take that as a victory for that. I played against Digi-Egg. I won the rush matchup. My OTK was that much stronger, and they bricked on one of them, so it was just bad times there. And the first one was against green. I bricked the first game. I lost that one, and then it went so the next two rounds I took back to back, just having the control from the Blackwargreymon restanding on that because I had the reboot under it, and Digiburst when I needed to. So let's get into the deck profile now. If you do like the content, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell for notifications so you know when my content goes live for you. Let's get going. Alright. This is how improv we are. I apologise straight off the bat. So unprofessional. There we go. All set up for you. Yeah, like I said, this is improv. This is literally on the night. So we're going to start with the eggs here. We run 4 Couporiumon. We're going to reboot more than we would anything else. So if it comes off, it comes off. It's not. There's not really great Digi-Eggs in black that's massively impactful, so that's why we're running for that one because it's more likely to come off. And then the same principle, blockers. You could go either or all these because you probably see more blockers than you would this, but it doesn't really change circumstances that much. This one gives you 1,000 if you have reboot, so we're aiming for the Toyota one. This one gives you 1,000 if you have blockers. So all in all, there's the eggs. They're pretty straightforward, just fine for rookies. I believe we play 13. So we are playing Digiburst. So first things first, we play 4 Sanzarimon. Really good recycling. The reason we can play 13 lower kind numbers because this recycles itself with how much we go into it with the couple of the Digiburst things we have. So really good card. Really comes in handy. We're in 2 of the Twerker one. Now one of the things is like me and a couple of friends had an in-depth discussion as to why black is not great. It's apart from Deep Brigade, because obviously Deep Brigade can play extremely well. It's because it has no draw power. Now, if you look at it, there's no way for it to really cycle cards and just go what it's looking for. Nothing's cheap to Digivolve as well. You don't have the 2 cost level 5. But I don't think that is it. It's literally because there's no added draw power in any way. You don't get Digi-Egg that lets you draw or anything like that. This is quite gimmicky. Doesn't come off very often, I always forget about it as well. But if they don't attack in that turn, you can draw a card at the end of your opponent's turn. So there's an extra draw at the end of the turn. And obviously you do play blockers, so this would be good in a black blocker deck. Specifically, it would work quite nicely there. Let's go with a reboot. We play 4 Toyota. Generally one of the best black rookies going still, really is. Reboot is such a massive thing. Okay, yeah, it sets you up to be live against Purple's Trump Sword, but that's not as much of a thing anymore. If you get to level 6, Hellgate's more noticeable. So, reboot's good. It's really good. And then we run 3 Gotsumon just to have the big 3k blocker. I tried the Agumon out. It's good because you can swing with it. You don't lose memory, but it's 1k blocker. You can't even stop a Tapermon. So, there we have it. We run 13 level 3s. Moving on to level 4s. We run 12. This is the part I like. Just because we Digiburst, we don't care as much about the inheritables. We run 4 Numon. As simple as it's 1 cost to evolve. It's 3 costs to play, so it's cheap. If you brick, I've got extra 3 rookies, and it came up quite a lot. I did. Going on from that, we run more 1 costs. 4 Tankmon. It's 1 cost to evolve, 6 cost to play, so you don't want to play this one as much. So if you have the choice, always evolve into Tankmon down here and throw down the Numon if need be. But it's 1 cost to evolve, which means we skip past level 4 very quickly with them. And to top it off, 4 of the 1 cost blocker for the exact same principle. So level 4 in this, you don't stay out for very long at all, or you can choke your opponent quite nicely with it. which is how things are. So level 4 was just run 12. They put in some good work, they really did. I give them credit. We go into level 5s, we play 9. Now, the game I'll show you, the ones I'll play at the end of this, because I will show some content for it, because I'm quite pleased with how it played out. I was only running 8 at this point, purely because I thought that's my normal averages, but I didn't see enough 5s in it, so I've cut a level 6 for a 5. So run 9. So we run 4 Gogmon, MVP. This card, hands down, is one of the best things to go into black. It might not have the support it needs to make it the most dominant, but I think this card will still cause problems going forward. That 1000 DP and all turns is pretty massive, and then on top of that, the Digiburst 1, and you get 2000 DP into any opponent's turn. Black blockers and this, amazing, happy days. You know, that might be coming up in the future. Who knows? We'll give it a try. All right, we run 4 Entramon. We want to stall them out. We don't really care about the Herald scores as much. This could easily go into being a Metal Greymon to go with a reboot and just get added checks on it. But I just feel like it's too risky. I mean, it's already risky enough just swinging once at a time with Blackwargrey when I'm only buffing them to like 13 normally. And then we run a 1-off Metal Greymon. That was the one I did. Generally, you could add in any level 5 at this spot here, but Metal Grey is still good, especially if you get the Argon with it. So we run 9. Level 6, we're getting to the main pieces now. So we run 7. We run 3 Hyandramon. You could run all sorts of different things in that select spot here, but I feel like this does its job. 12k. It can get over bodies and that with the right things under it. If you've got Gogmon under it, it's a 13k, so you can beat over most level 6s. So it's all around good card. This could become a blitz if you wanted to go more into the Digivolve things and keeping your opponent checked and low. But it works nice, it did work a treat. And then 4 Blackwargreymon promo. Highly underrated card, I've got to say. It's not quite the Grand Coagro OTK, but it damn well gives it a good try. And I really do think this card will get better and better. But that's me. That's my opinion. I like it. I'm a big fan of it. I enjoyed the deck tonight. Played well. It was good to try something different outside of the metal. So we're in 7 level 6s. Now here comes the kicker. Everybody I've seen, or when I've done my research, plays in the black decks. It's always an Alter S or something like that to go the Digivolve side of things. But I just thought this deck's all about being aggressive. It's all about getting more checks in, more damage. So I just went with 2 Chaos. If I have the ideal stack here, if they suspend all the things they say they swung at me, I can swing, restand twice at most with this. So swing into one thing, restand, swing into another thing, restand, swing. If they've got something that's not suspended, swing at security for their final check, and then Chaosmon. The thing that was suspended, it takes out. You can clear a board of up to 3 Digimon with the right setup, and I feel like this does help that, and it's a really good card. Just getting that extra damage and taking out some other board that they wanted to keep active. And obviously if you boost with the Gogmon, this becomes a beast. And another tech piece you'll see shortly. Speaking of the devil up here, so we run 4 options. So we do run options this. 2 Zubigon Punch. Yes, Zubigon Punch. Great all-around card. Ideal in last one. Doesn't. I don't know. I never seem to get it working last one, but in this one it felt perfect. I Gogmon and go up to 9 with Gogmon Digiburst 1. I Digivolve up into this. This will become 14 because of the 2k from the Gogmon and the inheritable from the Gogmon, so it's 14. Swing, Digiburst some stuff, If I have the memory. Final Zubigon Punch on it. This becomes a 17k blocker, security attack +1 and reboot. So it restands. So it's safe to get attacked, and it's also a blocker to start their attack at 17k. If you have enough to use that and get the security checks out before passing, you can go this, use this on this, on like your final swing, something like that, and then you go into Chaos and you get security attack +1. So as you can see, some nice little combo pieces, nice little tech pieces, and then we run a one of Dark Side attack. Delete one of your opponent's Digimon that play cost of 7 or less. This can come up. The 7 cost or less does kind of hurt it because all the ones that have good effects generally tend to be 8 costs, so it doesn't really hit a lot of the level 5s. It gets things like the Angemon and stuff like that, but things like this, 8 costs, Rise Greymon, 8 costs, Oldermon, 8 costs, it's just there. Lilamon, 8 costs, it's problematic. And then we run a one of Laser Eye. This could become another one of this, to be honest. This does come in quite clutch because in one of my games, you'll see, they had two at the start of Coast Pairings, the Hercules one, and to pass turn back to them, put them on like 3, I just literally used this, got rid of both their level 6, because I was running the Hercules, I knew they'd have to pass turn back to me if anything, if they don't have anything cheap enough. So it pays off quite well. And the Digivolve on 2 things makes it a really good card. Spider Shooter is null and voided. There's no point even looking at the card anymore. And then we go to Tamers. We run 2 Izzy. Izzy is an amazing card just for the fact that you have the knowledge of what you're going to draw into, so you know if you've bricked and how bad it's going to be for you, or you have a general idea of how to set things up for yourself. And gaining the memory back, because that can go off on the opponent's turn as well. They hit in security, you have a look. If it's all black, then you gain a memory, so you take a memory up from them, and they can't stop me from taking the memory. It's like Terrium and things like that because it's from a Tamer. And then run a one-off time. Reason being, it just gives you the extra edit buff. So if you have the God one, say for example this is 12 with this, then 13. So it requires them to get a bit of a bigger body to deal with it. But that is the deck. That's the basis of it. That is all around. It was a fun deck. I'm not gonna lie. I actually enjoyed playing it. It was good to play. It was good to see something different. Only losing to Yellow, Wargrey and Shine, the hybrid version. I can't complain of that. It's a meta deck for a reason. It's strong. It's controlling. Black isn't known for being the quickest to build boards. As soon as you start taking things from Black, it struggles to keep up. Its recovery is probably one of its weakest things. But yeah, that's the deck profile. So, from my side of things here, thanks for tuning in. If you did like the content, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe and hit that bell for notifications so you know when this content goes live for you. And I'll show you a couple of games now. You tell me what you thought. If you have any comments, any feedback, anything you change, tweak, this is going to be a little project for me because I want to try and keep things like this relevant. I want to try and play these kind of things more often, things with a little bit more spice, a bit more flair. So yeah, let's get into the games.